Hello everybody, my name is Giratinate, and today we'll be playing a very special game from my childhood. And this is actually the game that got me into Sonic, where I first saw somebody play it a very long time ago. And this game is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. That was awesome. And that's how you do an intro sequence. This game, when I first saw this this is one of the first Let's Plays I remember seeing somebody go all the way in. And seeing that Let's Play was like I've said this before in my Sonic Adventure 1 Let's Play, but Let's Plays were what got me into Sonic. And I hope that by making these Let's Plays, that I can get people interested in games that they're maybe not familiar with. Or be the deciding factor between whether or not you want to buy a game. So, yeah. In this game, there are many. There's a bunch of options in this game. There's the most important are the single player and two player. You can enter a two-player versus mode with your friends, but I'm just gonna be focused on the story mode for today. There's also a bunch of missions in story mode, but we'll just be doing the main story. And I'll implore you to explore all the side's content on your own time.
Story select.
And there are two stories. Well, there is a final story, but you can choose to either play as the hero characters or the dark characters. Now, the actual characters play the same way. In that there are three gameplay styles: speed characters, mech characters, and treasure hunters. Sonic and Shower speed, Tails and Eggman are mechs, and Knuckles and Rouge are treasure hunters. I'm gonna play this in the intended order, which is hero story, then dark story. So yeah, we're gonna start with hero story and get ready for another really good intro.
Sigma Alpha 2 heading due south over the city. We're en route. Everything's a go.
This is Control Tower. We have you on radar. Report cargo status of captured Hedgehog aboard. Over.
That's a 10-4. Cargo secured on board and... What?
Didn't copy that.
Hedgehog is
Over.
gone. He's taken out everyone aboard and...
What's wrong?
What in the
Come
world?
in. Over.
Freeze! What do you think you're doing? Get that hedgehog!
Talk about low-budget flights, no food or movies. I'm out of here. I like running better.
We start the game, and the first thing we start the game, and the first thing we do is immediately escape from police. Yep, escape the military pursuit first mission.
Attention all units. Suspect seen heading south. Block all major roads and capture the suspect.
Here we are in City Escape. Probably one of the best first Sonic levels, just sheerly because of how like thrust into the action you are. I'm not really doing good on these turns, but But yeah, it's also unique in terms of setting because lots of first Sonic levels they're kind of out near either a shore or near a or in some green hill. This is set in the middle of the city. Shadow the Hedgehog will also do this thing good and yeah, that's actually another showcase of one of the first. That's not supposed to happen. That is not supposed to happen. I'll just live with it. It's not really intrusive. Okay, it's definitely intrusive. I guess Sonic has developed psychokinesis, and now he has his truck just. Oh. Okay. I know this is intrusive, but it's so hilarious. I'm keeping this in. Okay, it's not here. It's back. Oh. Okay. We'll just be living with that for our first level. It's not really what I expected. So yeah, if you play Sonic Adventure 2 or Sonic Adventure 1, this should be familiar with you. I'll pick up the Child Garden key. You see what that does later. I'll just grab some drives. Oh, I forgot to do the jump button there. But yeah, it looks like we got rid of the truck. Oh, no, it's just off screen. Okay. Yeah, this wasn't what I was expecting first level. That should only last for remainder of the level, hopefully. But yeah, Sonic, his main thing is going fast, like always. He can grind. He also has access to the electric shield, which absorbs nearby rings. And he has his spin dash, which, unlike Sonic Adventure 1, where you only really have to tap it, then you get a burst of speed, you have to hold it down. You kind of have to play the game yourself to feel the difference. But it's pretty big. And the somersault is what happens if you don't hold it down. But yeah, I think the car finally we got rid of it. And for grinding, I believe I think there's some type of way to balance on this, but I think I'll have to kind of relearn that. And here we are in a pretty famous part of the game where we get chased down by GUN. I think this was the first official game that had a gun in it. They might have been SA1, but I can't remember. If they were, they weren't in a very massive role. But yeah. Wasn't expecting that for my for the first level. But hey, here we are. We've reached the goal ring, and that's Sonic's first stage down. And due to SA2, you actually get a rank every time you beat a level.
Piece of cake.
And this time we get a B rank. And this is because I got the Child Garden key. Now the Child Garden, there's a lot to do in the Child Garden, but it's basically your own pet raising sim in the middle of a completely different game. But because I'm mainly doing this Let's Play for the story mode, and also to kind of get you yourself interested in playing this game, I'm gonna leave that out for the sake of this Let's Play. Although I will try to get a child key in every level. So yeah, you get Chao keys in levels, and then you can enter the Chao garden. But
This game of tag is boring. I'm out of here. Finally decided to show up, eh? Okay, bring it on.
Monitor Bigfoot reporting to headquarters. Intruder has been located.
Copy that.
so here we are buying the F6T Bigfoot. This is the first boss of Sonic's story, and the whole gimmick is you have to try to get up there in order to hit his cockpit using these wooden boxes. I don't know how that didn't hit. He also does this, where you can hit him without the boxes. This boss is kind of fun in the sense that you can do it faster if you use the boxes, but if you mess up, you have to do it the long way, and looks like I will have to do it the long way. Got my... Okay.
Bigfoot reporting to headquarters.
It actually is it's a pretty tough first boss, all things considered.
Aim for the cockpit. That's its weak point.
Mostly due to the pretty infamous Sonic Adventure camera. I think if I just stand on this one box, I should be able to hit him. Yeah.
Bigfoot to headquarters. Over. We've engaged the enemy and request backup.
So yeah, like you see, it can be either a very easy boss or a very tough boss if you know what you're doing.
For just one hedgehog.
Hey guys, take care.
And that's the first boss down for the hero story.
What?
It's him.
It all starts with this. A jewel containing the ultimate power.
That's the Chaos Emerald. Now I know what's going on. The military has mistaken me for the likes of you. So, where do you think you're going with that emerald? Say something, you fake hedgehog!
Chaos control!
Wow, he's fast. Hey, it's not his speed. He must be using the Chaos Emerald to warp.
Shadow. I'm the world's ultimate life form. There's no time for games. Farewell.
Yeah. Shadow, what is
Keep your hands up!
Yeah. Oh, right into this cutscene.
Just let it go. You just don't know when to give up, do you?
What are you talking about? That emerald's mine. You got that? The Master Emerald contains special powers that neutralize the energy of the Chaos Emerald. That makes it very powerful.
What the?
What? Thief?
Look who's calling who a thief.
I came here following the signal from the emerald. If I'm not mistaken, this is the Master Emerald. Is it not?
Dr. Eggman.
So that's Dr. Eggman.
Well, I something. I'll just take it with me. Farewell, knucklehead.
Not if I can help it.
What was that all about? And look what you did to my emerald!
I did that to prevent the Master Emerald from being stolen, you idiot. If it's in pieces, I can restore it. And by the way, that's not your emerald.
I'll into it once I get back to the base.
I will say this is possibly the most realistic cutscenes I've ever
I
seen.
despise anyone who takes jewels from me. All the world's gems are mine to keep.
Yeah, we'll see about that, Batgirl.
Because all the characters keep talking over each other. You know... Okay. So, there's some things I want to talk about. First was, that's actually our first introduction to Shadow the Hedgehog, and also our first introduction to Chaos Control in the series. And, like this game does, it does... Sonic Adventure 2 does introductions very well. I will say that. Like, you can say whatever you want about, the cutscenes having questionable quality, but, in terms of introductions, they're pretty good. So, Knuckles is levels. Knuckles is a treasure hunter, and he's hunting for the pieces of the Master Emerald. And he can jump around and glide, and his levels are all about traversal. Oh, and he only has one emerald at a time, and I believe is up here. Oh, I see it. It's green. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the control. Oh, child, go away. Your flying is so loud. Oh, my kid. I have my mic up nearly all the way, and this game is pretty low. It's still difficult to hear him. This game is just a very loud game. But yeah, this is our first Master Emerald piece. And I'll grab a Chow Key. I'm not going to actually use the Chow Garden in every level. Although it could be useful when I want to talk about... Or I just want a moment to talk to you. So yeah, I don't really worry about the hints. When playing casually, don't worry about the hints. I just kind of go around and look for anything green. Another Chow Garden container. And there's actually an emerald right there. That's the third emerald. And I think if you get them out of order, that's an automatic perfect, which is good to note. And let me actually check something before we end this level, because in Sonic Adventure 2, in Sonic Adventure 1, there was an emerald, and there was an upgrade. There are all upgrades in the overworld, but Sonic Adventure 2 doesn't have that. So I'm just gonna check and see if there's any upgrades in this level. I don't think there is. Okay, no, not in the main story. Sorry, I'll get back to the game right now. So it's yellow around here. There we go. It's beneath this, here it is.
I found them.
We did indeed find them. So yeah, those are Knuckles' level. Those, they can either be really fun or I mean, they can be
Not too bad.
they can be fun, but they can also be annoying. But I like them. And Knuckles is also very fast. I don't think he's as fast as Sonic, but he's pretty fast in his own right. So Thinking on it, I don't think there's any missable upgrades, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Well, I think there's only one missable upgrade in the entire game, but you know. And here we have Tails.
There's no mistake about it. This must be the island. It's a secret military base that is reinforced and super strong. It's called Prison Island. I heard the news about it on satellite TV. I still can't believe that Sonic has destroyed the military building or robbed the bank. Wait for me, okay, Sonic? I'm on my way. What? Hey, look, it's Amy. And Eggman, too. What's Amy doing here? Doesn't matter. I have to help Amy because she's in danger. Tornado transformation!
Okay, here we are dropped into Tails' first has a very different gameplay, and we are just right into a battle with Dr. Eggman. And we're just told to shoot at him till he dies. Talk about, like I said, this game does introductions really well. I'll talk more on Tails' gameplay when we get into his actual level, but as you can see, it's very different than how it was in Sonic Adventure 1.
This time I'll let you go, but the next time we meet, you won't be so lucky.
Wow, Tails, you did it! But what are you doing here on this island? I'm the one who should be asking that question. Don't you know it's dangerous here? I know, but I'm here to save my hero, Sonic. Again? Hurry! I know Eggman's up to no good again. Okay, you stay here and I'll be right back. Don't leave without me! I want to help Sonic too!
Yeah. Tails' levels. The main gimmick is that he is in a mech the entire time. And you have to, and by holding down the action button, you activate your lock-on. And using your lock-on, you can chain enemies together, and the more enemies you can get in one lock-on, the higher your score will be. Thank you for telling me, almost how I kind of figured that out on my own. Okay. And Tails is... and I hope you're getting a good idea of what's going on here. So with the prison lane level, we have to we can have to shoot enemies through the bars in order to open pathways. And it is very hectic. And there's also these sections right here, which gives us the chance to rack up a lot of points. And while we're talking about Tails, I want to say that his theme in this game is probably my favorite. It's also the one that's the most different than his Sonic Adventure 1 counterpart. Like, a lot of them are different, but Tails is the one that's the most different, and I also think it's for the better. I like it a lot more than his Sonic Adventure 1 version. Also talking about Sonic Adventure 1, I think Tails' voice actress was definitely better in this game too. So yeah, in this part of the story, Sonic is currently being held captive, and we are literally performing a prison break. Like, I don't think this is oh, gold. Oh, I missed the gold beetle. If you get those, you get a lot of points. But yeah, I don't think we're even half an hour into the game and we're performing a prison break. like I always hear people talk about how Shadow the Hedgehog was a massive change in setting or stuff, but I mean, look at this. We're in a mech shooting up a military base. There's no other way to describe this. I'm a two-tailed fox riding in a plane that morphs into a mech in order to break my blue hedgehog friend out of prison, blowing up robots all around me. This game is incredible.
I did it!
I'm gonna have so much fun playing this game with you guys.
Very good!
Another B rank. Nothing to be ashamed about. Oh.
Huh? Amy?
Keep your voice down. Have no fear. Amy Rose is here.
How'd you get here?
Well, if you gotta know, I caught a ride with Tails. Are you sure you don't need my help? It looks like you could use it.
The reason I'm in here is because of that fake hedgehog.
You mean that black hedgehog?
Did you see it? Where is it now?
If I tell ya, will you marry me?
No way!
I thought I had you this time.
It's not really just called Shell and It.
That black hedgehog came here with Dr. Eggman.
So, Eggman's behind this, huh?
What's all that writing on the wall anyway? Did you write that? Wait for me, Sonic! He's such a brat sometimes.
So yeah, here we are in Metal Harbor, which is, I think the shortest level in the game, but it's also very fun. It's also probably the most speedrunnable level in the game. Oh. I tried to use the ability that you get in this level, but it's also one of the best abilities in the game. The one you get in this level, I mean. I will go out here to get the Chow key for you, to show off where it is. And by taking these springs, we can head over here. And if we take the long way around, we can get an extra life and the gold beetle. And going up here, we can get the light shoes, which, if you've played Sonic Adventure 1, should be familiar for you because they let you use light speed dash, which I'm about to show off right in a moment. It's also one of the best abilities in the game. They changed it from Sonic Adventure 1 so that now you can do it instantaneously. And now we're getting bombed. Like I said, this game is incredible. And yeah, using the light speed dash, you can see there I can actually speed up through levels. So it's not only is it one of the best abilities, it's also a quintessential. I think those mean the same thing, but I don't think exactly the same thing, but you know. Funny thing about the cutscenes in this game, I don't know when I'm talking about this, but I don't know when else I'll be able to, is that the cutscenes were they actually used mocap for the cutscenes. And it's a good thing I got the extra life earlier. But yeah, the reason a lot of the characters' movements can be admittedly awkward is because they use mocap. I think it's fine, mostly just because it adds so much unique charm to this game. I can't really think of any other game that they use mocap for cutscenes. At least not this early on. There's another child container. But I'm not gonna worry about that. And as for this,
Missile launch
We now have to climb up here in order to avoid. We need to jump onto this rocket before it launches off to Alice. There's a higher level you can get that offers more points, but I got clipped onto the wall and I wasn't gonna make it. So we head up here, and now we get sent to yet another skateboarding section, just like the start of say Escape. Right here. Oh, I'm bouncing off the wall so much. Missed the extra life. Okay, not too bad. Okay. And that's Mel Harbor, one of the short levels in the game, but still very fun. And I think Sonic fell off the edge at the end there.
Barely made it.
Yeah, if you die right before the end of the level, your score will always be really low. I think if you die at all in a level, your scores, if you're lucky, you get a C rank. Just because of how the scoring system is here. So yeah, the rank system, it's not a perfect representation of your score throughout a level, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, Lightspeed shoes. I like how they look on Sonic. I will say Sonic Adventure 2's complete Sonic design, the one with all its upgrades, is a really cool one. It's no wonder it became kind of iconic. But yeah, I'm gonna check something real quick. Oh, it has been recording. I was worried there for a second, but yeah. I think this is a good place to end today's episode off. We are clocking in at just over half an hour. So yeah, we got captured by the government, tried to escape the government, got captured again, got broken out of prison, and now we are currently trying to escape yet again from the military. And there's also a fake hedgehog who can use the Chaos Emeralds to teleport. And I don't care what anybody says, that'll always be the coolest thing to me. My name is Geratinate. Thank you for being with me for this first episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.